Hello, my name is John Thuma from Arcadia Data. Today we're going to go over a new service called Cloudera Altus. But before that, a little bit about Arcadia. Arcadia Enterprise is the only modern business intelligence system that runs natively on Hadoop. 100% browser-based, Arcadia Data provides easy semantic modeling, drag and drop dashboard development, and security built in. With Arcadia Enterprise, smart acceleration reports and visuals are delivered in a fraction of the time. Cloudera Altus is a cloud service platform with services that enable you to use CDH to analyze and process data at scale within a public cloud infrastructure. It is designed to provision clusters quickly and to make easy for you to build and run your data workloads in the cloud. Altus works within the cloud service provider architecture. Altus creates clusters in a VPC in your AWS account, and Altus jobs read input from and write output to Amazon S3. Altus offers a command line interface as well as a web user interface. You use the Altus console or the CLI to perform tasks such as creating clusters and running jobs on the cluster. Provisioning a cluster in Altus is easy. Click Create Cluster. Then we provide a cluster name, Arcadia. Then we provide an environment. We then select the cluster node configurations. We'll just stay with the default configurations for now. We then provide an SSH public key, and then finally a username and password combination. Then all we do is click Create Cluster, and we wait a few minutes while our cluster is provisioned. Provisioned systems are isolated and secure. With Altus, we minimize data movement, manage costs, and reduce complexity by spinning up new environments in just a few clicks. In just a few minutes, your new Cloudera cluster is provisioned and ready to use. We can now easily clone, delete, or display access information. In this view, we can see the public and private IP addresses. We will go ahead and click in the public link to the Cloudera Manager and sign in using the user ID and password from the previous step. If you have used Cloudera before, you should be right at home, seeing all the services that are running and detailed charts as well as cluster health. Now let's build our Impala database using data in S3. We now click the Hue link from the Cloudera Manager and wait for the system to come up. I've gone ahead and copied the necessary data definition language and CTAS queries and will build the necessary objects. In a few moments, the Impala tables are created and ready for use. We will next test and get ready for analytics and exploration. Now we test. On the left side of the screen, we can see a list of databases and the associated tables. We will then run a quick query to ensure that our tables are functioning properly. And sure enough, success! We have constructed our database with data in S3. Now for the fun part, installing Arcadia Instant and developing analytics. First go to google.com and search for Arcadia Instant. Click the link, put in your email address, and follow the instructions. After a successful install, click the Arcadia application icon and click Start on the control panel. Then all you have to do is click Go, and you are up and running with Arcadia Instant. We are now ready to connect Arcadia to our Impala database. Click the data link in the gray bar on the top. Now click New Connection and put in your connection string. Select the Impala connection type, give it a name, Altus Arcadia, enter in a host name or the public IP address, leave the port number as default, and click Save and review your databases and associated objects. Click Connection Explorer and see that all the tables that we created are there. And we're done. The following dashboard details customer demographics given sales information. There are 4 filters across the top: birth year, gender, marital status, and credit ranking. The map details customer origin, which shows the origin of the customer. Notice as we scroll over the country, we can see the count of transactions. And to the right is the customer education bar chart. Below right is the customer age bubble chart. The bigger the bubble, the more transactions. Below left is a crosstab report detailing marital status and credit ranking. As I hover over the United States, I am able to filter all visuals for the United States only. All the visuals will conform to this filter. I am able to do this for all the visuals on the dashboard. I even can drill down into the details of the bar chart on the right. Filtering is a very powerful feature of Arcadia. Arcadia Data supports 3 distinct levels of scope and supports multi-select, single value, and single value drop-down filter types. I am now going to select the female option from the gender filter. This area is called the filter shelf. All visuals within the dashboard will conform to this filter. Editing and developing visuals is simple. Once in edit mode, I will modify the customer education bar chart by clicking on the pencil. Notice how I select the area chart and modify the visual. I click Save and Close, and my visual is automatically updated. With Arcadia, it's all drag and drop and zero code. In this section, we'll go over sample mode and incremental results. With big data sets, I am able to run in sample mode. This allows me to select a smaller amount of records to run against while I develop my visual. I am free to select the amount of data of which I wish to sample. I select the amount and apply, and then I'm done. You can also turn off sample mode when ready. Incremental results is a very powerful feature. With heavily partitioned datasets, I'm able to turn on incremental results. I do this in the dataset editor. The data in scope for the visual is queried partition by partition, and the visual is updated as those partitions are read. Once I no longer need the Cloudera Altus environment, I am free to delete the cluster. It is simple. I go to the cluster I want to remove and click Delete. I click OK, and the cluster is decommissioned. Let's summarize. In 7 minutes, we provisioned a Cloudera Altus cluster, built a database in Impala with U, downloaded and installed Arcadia Instant, built a dashboard, and decommissioned a cluster.